Good to see you again. So this month, we're going to be working with all sorts of different projects from library class, music class, and art class. We're all going to study Native American artwork, music, and folk tales and stories. So it is Native American History Month in Kentucky. So we want to look at it all. We want to get inspired by it all. And so stay tuned for a very exciting, fun, creative month of learning. First thing that we're going to do in art class today is we need to explore a little bit about Native Americans and get familiar with art forms, and especially we're going to look at the powwow. So the first thing we're going to do is let's go on a little virtual field trip. We're going to go explore the powwow, learn about it, figure out what it's all about, and here we go. All right, so you're back. What can you tell me about a powwow? What is it all about? What is something that you remember, something that made a difference for you, something that you want to tell us? What'd you learn about the powwow? All right, wonderful. So you got the idea of expressing yourself through dance, expressing yourself through music, telling a story. It's a ceremonial dance. It has a lot of history and a lot of ties to Native American culture, and it's very important to their culture. So I'm glad you got all that from the powwow video. Next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at some symbols that are typically used in Native American artwork. So a lot of these symbols have to do with animals, all right? So the first thing I want you to do is to think of an animal that you relate to, okay? You can look at the chart that I posted that has animals and their qualities, the qualities that Native Americans associated with those animals. So like a bear symbolizes strength, okay? So if you feel like you're really strong and that's the animal that you want to choose, you're going to go with bear. Now you want to look at that chart and think about animals. Pick one that is like all about you, that's your personality. All right, and now we're going to draw the contour line, which is the outer line of that animal. I'm going to show you one animal. You're going to do it with whatever animal you chose. Okay, here we go. All right, so the first thing you need to do is figure out who is your spirit animal. So on this chart here, we have lots of options. First, you might want to think of an animal you're kind of drawn to, and then you will read what it's all about, like a bear, power, adaptability, coyote. Coyote is kind of like a prankster. It could be playful. Let's see, eagle. Well, we are the Arlington Eagles, so this would be a cool one. Divine spirit, connection to creator. Let's see what else. Horse. We have strength, stamina, hummingbird. We have joy, beauty. So there's lots of animals you can choose from. I will post another picture of this that is a little clearer, a little bigger in just a minute when I'm done talking. And that way you can really see what the animals mean if you haven't decided on one. For the one that I'm going to do, I basically just love cats, and cats are definitely my spirit animal. So I'm going to do the example using a cat. But obviously, you're not going to do a cat unless a cat is your spirit animal. And even if it is, you don't have to do it in this position. Okay, so I'll show you what I mean, but then you're going to create your own. So I'm making a contour line. Contour line is a continuous outline. I'm just outlining where I want the outside of my cat to be. Okay, so it's going to end up being almost like if I shaded it in, it would be like a silhouette, like a shadow. So I'm doing the outside like a contour line here. I'm going to create another line for maybe my other little feet. So I have my spirit animal of a cat. All right, next step is we're going to start to throw in some of these symbols that we've learned about Native American symbols. We're going to throw some of those in. However, since it's art and I want you to create your own ideas, you can also create your own symbols. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so now that you've picked your spirit animal and you've created your contour line, your outside line of that animal, we're going to fill it with symbols and create almost like a little story within our spirit animal. So I have this handy dandy sheet, and there's tons more of these online. You're welcome to look up American Indian symbols and their meanings, and you're going to see lots of them. And so the thing that I would say is don't just copy, but somehow make it your own, okay? Because it's not very creative to copy someone else's idea, right? And we're very creative people. So we're going to look at these symbols and see how it applies to us. But you also can make up your own symbol, which is even extra creative. So I printed this to get us started, and I will show this as we're working so you can kind of get ideas from this if you need to. But the first thing I want to think about is how do I want to fill this in? So with mine, I'm going to start adding symbols within it, and I can repeat those symbols, creating patterns just like we've done in a lot of our artwork. So let's see. Something that sort of makes sense for me and my life. How about I would create this the symbol of a bird. Birds symbolize being carefree or lighthearted. Now I don't have to copy their symbol of a bird. I can create like maybe my own symbol. So I could create that, and then maybe I want to repeat this symbol that I created again. And I like this symbol of a bird being carefree and lighthearted, because sometimes I get myself a little worked up about things. So this is a good symbol to remind me to be a little more carefree and lighthearted. So I put that in there. Let's see, what else could I do? How about a symbol of strength? Now they have in here, it says rattlesnake jaw, and it has a picture of a rattlesnake in it. So that's a neat thing to do. You could do something with a snake for strength. What does strength mean to you? So I'm going to create a symbol for myself that's going to represent strength. So I have the zigzag line going across. Kind of reminds me of lightning. And lightning is a very strong, powerful force. So I put that over here to symbolize strength. Okay. I like the symbol of the butterfly that they have. It says everlasting life. So if I put a butterfly on there, but I'll do my own symbol, I like the idea of what that symbolizes. So maybe I'll create like a butterfly symbol right there. What else should I add? Let's see. I am really into nature, so I'm going to add my own symbol for myself. That's going to be a symbol of nature. So this is why I'm saying you get very creative, because you're making your own symbols, but we are like taking the concept of the Native American art, but you're making it your own, which is what you want to do. All right, and then let's see. I also think a symbol of a flower would be nice for me to have in here. Flowers symbolize growth and blooming. So I'm going to put a couple of flowers in there for symbols. All right, and then just, anything that makes sense to you. What symbols and What else would you like to add in there? I'm going to add a symbol of rain. You need rain for things to grow. And then remember how we've been doing our artwork, how we repeat things throughout our artwork. That creates unity. So again, you don't have to do something one place. You can create that and then put it throughout your artwork. So the raindrop is becoming that for me because I've created it all throughout my artwork here. Okay, and then I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to keep going with that zigzag lightning bolt. Okay, that goes across my artwork. And I think that's enough for me. Okay, so I have filled it with symbols. I didn't copy Native American symbols. I made my own symbols. So that's what I would like you to do within your artwork, within your spirit animal that you chose. Make symbols up. There is no wrong way, only right way, because it's your way. Okay, have fun. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to do with these is we're going to add color, like we always do. Let's think about color for a little bit. I'm going to do a bit of a color quiz for you. Okay, so when you make art, I want you to think about it like you are telling a story. So you are going to use the visual language rather than writing words. You're using color, line, you're using these things to tell a story. I'm going to hold up a color. You're going to tell me what you think that color means. First color, go. Ding, 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 ding. Green symbolizes nature. It symbolizes the earth, vitality, renewal, all those sort of things. So if that applies to you, if you are a nature lover, get some green in there. Ready for the next one? Ding, 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 ding. Blue symbolizes peace, calm, tranquility. If you are a peaceful person or you are a very chill person, you love relaxing, blue needs to be in your drawing. Here comes another one. Red symbolizes power, strength. It could be angry sometimes. So these are things, if this applies to you, you want to get that in your drawing. Next up is... It is so hard to trick you. Yes, so purple stands for royalty, ambition. If that applies to you, get some purple in there. All right, this is the last one for now. Okay, there's still more, but I'm going to end with this. Oh, you guys are geniuses. Yes, yellow stands for happiness. It's like a sunshiny color. So happy, refreshing, love and life. Okay, that's yellow. So if you want to show that in your artwork, get some yellow in there. All right, so now you get to color away. Use those colors. Use that psychology. much fun as I did making our spirit animals inspired by Native American artwork. So be sure to make a Flipgrid video. Tell me all about your artwork. I will pick 2 winners per class on those Flipgrids. So if you can tell me all about it, why did you choose the animals? Why did you choose the certain colors? Why is it your spirit animal? Maybe you'll win. All right, you guys, I will see you soon for another art class.